Good evening, everyone. This is Jamie Lee Curtis saying, welcome to the Graham Norton Show.
Thank you very much. Oh, that's good. Wow. Oh, it's nice. Good evening, you're all very welcome to the show. I suppose I would start with an apology. Sorry I didn't come on dancing to an ABBA song, you know, but I'm not, what's that word? Insane. I mean, ode to desperate. Did you see Theresa May dancing under the stage at the Tory conference? Did you see it? I mean, here she comes. I mean, I say dancing. There is music, and she is moving. I'm not sure how connected the two are. I've seen washing machines dance better than that. Oh, dancing queen. I'd have gone with SOS. But, God love her, she seems to like dancing, doesn't she? I tell you, she should do Strictly. At least then somebody might vote for her. But you know what? I think it's quite a good idea for politicians to associate themselves with ABBA songs. And not just Dancing Queen. I mean, you could have Take a Chance on Me. Or my personal favourite, One of Us is Crying, One of Us is Lying. Let's get some guests on! Later, we'll be meeting the comedy genius. It is Rowan Atkinson. His face, it's big. But first, he's the star of The Fly, Independence Day and Jurassic Park, and he's here tonight to give us a taste of his debut jazz album. It's the king of cool, our friend, Jeff Goldblum! Oh! So hip! What a hip hat! Look at you. Hello.
Oh, hug him.
Have a seat, too.
Thank you.
Jeff Goldblum, everybody. This man has been entertaining the nation for 30 years as both a solo artist and part of one of the biggest boy bands ever. Now he turns author with his new book, A Better Me. Welcome back to Gary Barlow, everybody! I am pretty well. Have a seat, too. And she is true Hollywood royalty. Who starred in hits like A Fish Called Wanda and True Lies. Now she's back as Laurie Strode in Halloween. Please welcome for the first time the great Jamie Lee Curtis! Sit down, Jamie Lee Curtis. Have seats all.
Did you see that walk, Graham? Did you see that walk as she came out?
I
like a
know.
cat, like some sort
Like
of
a
feline.
cat?
Yes. Is that
I think I have cat, but go for it, Jeff.
Really? what animal do you think you would be?
Dog. I'm like all dog.
Really?
It was a wolf-like walk.
It was a wolf. It was wolfy.
Vulpine.
It's a little
Vulpine.
Yes.
It was vulpine.
Yes.
Hello.
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 And I
Hello, darling.
And now, Jamie Lee Curtis, you don't know Gary, do you?
Are you going to call me Jamie Lee Curtis the whole night?
Yes. That's how I identify you.
I know Gary a little.
Oh, do you?
From backstage.
Oh, okay.
You know, we can get very intimate very quickly.
It's dark
I'm
and it's
American.
hot. Yeah. Because Gary Barlow...
Yes, sir.
Since we last saw you, because, you know, Gary, obviously huge pop star, but now movie star.
Absolutely.
Yes. Gary Barlow in Star Wars.
Yes.
I have to say, you've got a picture here. You look like you've won a competition.
Completely.
How did this happen?
What's your Star Wars name?
I use my own name. I'm an X-Wing fighter. I fight as me.
He's not making this up. He is in you are actually in the film, aren't you?
Yeah, there's a point where I went twice to see it and missed it, I'll be honest. In the end, I needed the pause button to just catch sort of that much. We were in a trench, and it sort of goes past and boom, it's gone.
But is your name in the credits your name?
Yes.
Gary you don't get a Star Wars name? That's the only reason to be in Star Wars, is to get the Star Wars name.
They said I didn't need one.
Well, we've got a picture of you. This is you in action. There you go. Yeah. Millennium Caravan.
Wow.
Do you get to keep the outfit?
I got to keep the outfit.
Did you really?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's Halloween forever now.
Yeah, they measured me for the action figure. Wow. They didn't actually. It felt so good to say it, but it didn't happen. But
you've had dolls before. You're fine.
it was a great day out. I must have been a big Star Wars fan since '77
it would
when
be
the original.
thrilling.
It was amazing, absolutely brilliant.
Wow. Congratulations.
But were you treated nicely, or were you just bossed around like a regular extra?
No, the young lady who got us onto it is a very big fan of the band. So for a few Take That tickets, I mean, the director was like, "Who is this guy?" OK, she's getting tickets. Take him on there. Put him in the trench.
So you are pop star turned film star. Jeff Goldblum, film star, but you're not here tonight as a film star. You're here as a musician. Jeff Goldblum is our music act tonight. All of that over there is for him. Yeah.
I'm going to play the piano, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you play with the rings?
Yes, I do. Why? What do you think about that?
Take off before I...
You play piano, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, I would prefer to take off the rings, but I like to look...
Jeff, you must have seen this. That this summer, this is an extraordinary honour, this statue of you was unveiled.
Oh, yeah.
At Tower Bridge. Did you go to visit it, Jeff?
I did not go to visit.
You didn't go?
Wow, my statue.
Wow.
Thank you. My statue, ladies and gentlemen. No, I did not. And in fact, I didn't know that it was going up. I learned the first day that it was up. They said, "Hey, look what's up in..." Blah, blah, blah. And I went, wow, look at that.
Well, now, the thing is, we thought, oh, how lovely we could, you know, bring the statue here and show it to you. I have to say, we hadn't quite understood the scale of this
Well, I
thing.
read what it was. It's like 25 feet long, et cetera, et cetera.
So all I can offer you...
All right.
And I'm not sure if you're allowed to keep this.
I heard about this.
But,
I have not seen it.
This...
Wow.
This is Jeff Goldblum's head. There you go, right there. Nice, right? Isn't it amazing?
Look at that thing. Excuse my buttocks. Really, look at that thing. Oh, my golly.
Hey, Jeff, you can post it on Facebook.
The pun is the lowest form of humor, true or false? Let's see. Wow. Well, I thought that would be... I thought it was made of... It's like papier-mâché. I thought it would be concrete of some kind.
No, you can take that home.
Well,
I'm not sure we can give it to you. Are we giving it to him? No. No. No, somebody wants it back.
I don't know what I'd do with it. No, it has to, doesn't it? I didn't realize it could be decapitated, but they told me it was sectional, you know. Imagine if this were like a voodoo doll, I would have felt something as they were... You know, what's that?
Wow.
But, you know,
Well, there you
Looks
go.
a little bit like Wolverine.
Yes.
Got kind of like a little
yes.
Wolverine thing going.
Yes.
I'll just lay you here. There you go. That's Jeff Goldblum's big head.
Jeff.
There you go. Right, first film tonight. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Uh-oh.
You return as Laurie Strode in Halloween. It opens on the 19th of October. Now, here's the thing. So we're 40 years on, unbelievably, 40 years since the first Halloween movie. And there have been other Halloween movies, but we discount them, isn't that right?
That is correct. We are just connecting the dot between the movie from 1978 and the movie in 2018.
And Laurie Strode, I mean, her story could have gone in any direction, but how it affected her is really extreme.
Well, it's gone the way that trauma will take you. You know, October 31st, 1978, she was young and filled with promise and excitement, romantic, dreamer. And then October 31st happened, Michael Myers showed up, and the next day she went back to school a changed person because by then she was a freak and she was just the person that survived him, and she got no help. So you see a woman who's carried trauma for 40 years. It cost her family, cost her marriages, cost her child, because she knows he's going to come back, and obviously that's what happens on October 31st, 2018.
And you are ready for him. I mean, she is fully weaponized at this point in her life.
Well, she is traumatized and weaponized. It is a combo platter.
But then you did have to... I would have thought for some other movie you'd have had to do weapons training, but for this one, you went and shot real guns.
I did. And the first day I went in for my ballistics training, there was a guy named Ray in Charleston wearing basically a Halloween sweatshirt who was obsessed with Halloween, and they didn't tell him I was coming in. And of course, there was a moment where he turned around and he was completely overcome. And then what happened was he wanted me to shoot his laser disc. So they took the Michael Myers face, put it all the way down the gun range.
Yeah.
And for my first shot with this Winchester, which is a live round, it's a big, heavy gun, clunk, clunk, boom. And do you have a picture of it?
No, do we have a picture of it?
Do you? There is a picture that exists. Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you give it to us?
I know. I thought maybe they would have looked it up on my Instagram site because I mentioned that it was on there.
Oh, I tell you what I'll do. I'll say, yes, we do, here it is. And then tomorrow night on telly, it'll magically be there.
Okay, so...
Watch this.
Watch this. So, there I was, Winchester in hand, boom, boom, live round, boom.
Wow, and I think we've got the picture.
Do you have a picture of it?
Wow! Pretty good.
Right between the eyes, that Michael Myers.
Yeah,
got it.
I could see that.
Yes.
Yes, I could see that.
Ray was very, very happy.
I bet he was. Listen, we've got a clip.
Isn't show business fun?
Or it's not in the show tomorrow night and we all just look like idiots. I say I watched this film, I probably saw maybe a third of it. Most of it, I was just like, oh, make it stop.
I will say this, the movie is incredibly intense, very, very, very scary.
Yeah. And it is wonderful, you know, because when you made this in 1978, I like this idea of that you had to figure out how to pace yourself filming the scenes. You had to gauge where you were.
Well, I was my first job as an actress, really, and certainly my first large role. And, you know, in a horror movie, there's a level of intensity that builds, and after a certain thing happens, basically, it's your full tilt boogie toward the end of the movie. You know, you're just really, really intensely afraid. But there's a lead up, there's a gentle time, and then there's questioning. So what I did, and I think I was quite smart to figure this out at 19, nobody did it. I numbered my script so that I would know at what level I was as the script progressed, so that then when you shoot the thing out of order and they go, okay, we're gonna shoot this scene now, I would know. It's sort of like a scarometer, if you will.
Yes.
You know, where 10 is the
end, when you're just running and screaming.
Running and screaming, and 1 is the sort of high school girl in her classroom. A 3 would be the patented Jamie Lee Curtis, incredulous, who are you look, which is this.
Go to a 7, go to a 7.
Can I go to an 11?
Oh, please.
Can I tell you something about 11?
Yeah.
So my husband is Christopher Guest, who was in This Is Spinal Tap, and he's Nigel, and Nigel's amp goes to 11, and he would be so mortified that I just, like, did a bad Cockney accent when he is so good at it. But I drive a Tesla. I'm sorry.
You know, good for you.
And when I was being shown the car by the technician, the guy says to me, Chris is in the car, he says to me, well, turn up the air conditioning. And I'm like, okay. And I'm turning up the air conditioning. He goes, no, keep going. And I'm like, okay, I'm going. He says, no, keep going. And the air conditioning's going on. And the air conditioning goes to 11. And the volume control in the audio goes to 11. And it's because Elon Musk was a big fan of Spinal Tap. And so in a Tesla, the air and the heat go to 11.
How funny is that?
So
Good trivia. Good trivia.
Good trivia.
Yeah. Now, in terms of, you know, acting scared and things, Jeff Goldblum, you've done a lot of...
You act scared,
You
Jeff.
act scared. But was it Spielberg? He did a really good... In Jurassic Park, he was directing reactions. So talk us through what he did.
I know what you're referring to. He,
Good.
The first time in the first movie, you know, when we see the dinosaur, the Brachiosaurus, the big thing, and Sam Neill and Laura Dern, I'm left in the car, and he did this on that occasion and other occasions too. He did like silent movie directing, whereby he said, I'll know when I get it. Roll the camera. Okay, Jeff, because I didn't have any dialogue in this scene. He goes, okay, look at that tennis ball there. Look at the X. That's the dinosaur. And Jeff, just you're thinking right now, you know, what's that? Is that real? Is it an animatronic? What the hell? And then you're filled with okay, good. Now you're filled with an incredible wonder. You become 5 years old again, and now you laugh. You laugh, a freer laugh than you've ever laughed. And he does that a little bit, and okay, I got it. Cut, print. Isn't that a wonderful story? But do you do that? Have you ever done that with anybody who did that? I mean, bad directors have done a version of it where before action, they go, okay, Jeff, and they don't whisper in your ear, but they go, okay, Jeff, remember, your parents have just died, you're very upset, and go, action, you know. They do a version of that. Mr. Spielberg didn't do that, but...
Now, Gary Barlow, though, we mentioned your work in Star Wars. Not just that, you've also...
None of that in Star Wars, by the way. They gave me no direction whatsoever. I had to
still,
myself.
You nailed it.
I did.
But you have done horror work. You performed in some very shocking, violent scenes.
Oh, I think
here's
we're
one of the
about to see
few
them.
stills. Here's one of the few stills we can show from your work in Heartbeat. Look at that. Look at that. That's about a 7. That's about a 7 of fear right there.
Watch and learn, everybody. Watch and learn.
1999, that was. I know that.
Oh, he's opening up the cabinet.
Because I've read Gary Barlow's book, A Better Me, which is out now. Lots of showbiz stories. And
I love the title.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
No, and also, as you read it, it's true. You are in such a better place and a better you, because the book begins, and I don't know if you want to take that, but take the band was over. The band was over. Robbie was at his height. Your solo career had stalled, and you know, I felt stupid because obviously I knew that wasn't going to be a sort of a laugh or a great experience for you, but I had no idea of just how dark and low that left you.
Yeah, because, you know, it's funny, we had those years in the 90s where everything was just at like 150%. We were just in a washing machine, going on planes, touring the world, being screamed at, everyone telling us we're brilliant, and all of a sudden, I just lost my deal. Robbie went off into the sunset, and you just kind of left with no job. There's nothing else I'm even trained for. Music's all I've ever done. And I was a new dad at the time. We had 2 young kids. As a man, I felt pretty useless at that point.
Yeah.
And
of course, you're famous, so you can't do anything.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you can't do anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. And to me, you know, the whole... Because I put on a lot of weight in that period, a lot of depression. But, you know, the funny thing is, looking back and writing this book, it's been really interesting because at first you look back on those times and you go, but it was all right, really. But then when you look again, you go, actually, there's some quite serious issues in
Yeah,
it.
no, really.
And I feel like right now, we're in 2018, you know, we know that women are so good at talking about all this stuff. Men never do. And I've really enjoyed just getting in there, talking about what happened, and up to now, the interest has been really lovely from
can't
people.
wait to read it.
Yeah.
Well, no, honestly, I suppose a lot of showbiz stories have that dark side, where that's normally where those stories end. And what's extraordinary about this is that you came back from it. And not just, you know, oh, look, he's working again. I mean, you're bigger than ever. And it sort of was kind of accidental, the big comeback.
I just want to hug you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, it's been amazing. I love this, by the way. I'll come back every week just like this. It's been unbelievable. And, you know, the one thing that I know I talk about a lot in the book is that our audience...
Yeah.
I believe there's no other band out there who has an audience like ours. Our audience have been with us through thick and thin. We've lost band members. We've added band members. They've been through everything, and they're still here showing us amazing support. And I can't thank them enough for that.
And actually, yeah. And the other thing that surprised me in the book is, you know, I don't know you very well, but it always struck me that you were kind of the songwriter, you were, you know, the guy, the smarts in the band. But in fact, you were the classic little boy show-off. I mean, you...
Oh, yeah.
You were that guy.
Still am.
But oddly, not always music. One of your first shows wasn't music.
No, before music, everyone thought I was actually going to be a magician.
Oh.
Yes.
Your shirt says you still might be.
Thank you, Greg.
Sorry,
I love you too.
That was horrible.
Why is his shirt like a magician?
I don't know, Jeff.
For those in the know, it could never be a magician's shirt because the sleeves aren't.
Yes. But you'd be a very good musician, a magician. Now, in the book, there's a picture of, I think, is this one of your first ever gigs? Look at him, there he is. Oh, the baby. But I like it, you've got your own banner, Gary Barlow. You've got the decorations, the keyboards, the exit sign, you've got the songs. But then your mother, as you were going on, because you're going to have to say something.
That's right. Well, this was my first job, and the way I got my first job was I entered a talent competition, not as a magician this time, although people were asking for the more magic. I said, no, I'm leaving the magic behind. I'm retiring early, I'm going to be a musician. And I'd learned, like, 3 songs on the organ. So I played bass pedals and 2 manuals. And my mum said, just before we went out, so I must have been 11, she said, oh, you're going to need to speak between songs. So she gave me a few lines to say. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry I'm slightly late. I had a detention. Anyway, I must be leaving now. I've got school in the morning. I'm loving it.
Did you do those lines right till you were, like, 20?
He's still doing them.
He is. But now, what's weird is, so you grew up in this family that wasn't particularly show business, and yet that's all you wanted. But for you, Jamie, it was the opposite, because you were born into kind of Hollywood, and you've now forged this, you know, career as, you know, as the Scream Queen, Jamie Lee Curtis. But then your mom, Janet Leigh, famous, I mean, she was the original Scream Queen in Psycho.
Yeah.
And so, was it weird that your first movie was going to be a horror?
Yeah, but, you know, the truth of the matter is it's just a fun curio, but horror fans are as loyal as yours. And when you were talking about how you felt when those people... I am on what I call, affectionately, the Victory Lap European tour for Halloween. I'm just going around high-fiving everybody I meet, because the same things with horror fans. The same exact thing. The amount of love and appreciation for these movies. I don't know why people like to be scared, but when you were talking about it, it made me... I was sitting here thinking, that's exactly how it feels to be in a Halloween movie. They love it, and they show their love back to you with this tremendous love and support for these stories that they seem to love. So in the exact same way that you felt that gratitude with your bandmates, I feel it on my Victory Lap JLC Around the World tour, which I'm in the middle of and having a blast.
And talking about being young, Jeff Goldblum, you recently posted a picture of yourself as a young man, and it brings up many questions, but primarily, what did you want to be when you grew up?
That's me.
Wow.
He posted this.
Boom.
Yes.
He posted this.
How old do you think I am there?
14?
27. I was a late bloomer. No, I think I'm 12 or 11 or something like that. Well, I'll tell you, wait till Mr. Rowan Atkinson comes out here, because we have a bit of a connection, besides the movie we did a long time ago, because he was in a James Bond movie, and I think I had just seen the first run of maybe either Goldfinger, I think it was Goldfinger. Probably Goldfinger, not Thunderball, which was the next movie, which they remade later, called Never Say Never Again, in which Rowan Atkinson appeared. Yeah. In any case, I digress, but I was doing... Is
that what you were doing?
Picture?
Yes, yes.
I like your shorts.
Thank you very much.
I have something which you guys don't even know I'm going to say to you, because I just was reminded. What? When we made A Fish Called Wanda, there was a day where I went up to Kevin Kline, and I couldn't figure out, like, he had invented this guy, Otto, and I finally said to him, "Oh, you're doing Jeff Goldblum." Oh,
my God.
And if you watch that movie again, you will see it's all that... all of, you know, that wonderful... And he didn't like that I said that.
Really?
Oh, no.
Oh, he didn't love it either, but there you go. Right, time to meet our final guest.
Yay!
This British comedy legend has created characters like Blackadder, Johnny English, and, of course, Mr. Bean. He's returning to our screens in Johnny English Strikes Again. Please welcome the great Rowan Atkinson!
Wow.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Well, thank you for being here.
No, that's a proper showbiz reunion. Yes.
We haven't talked about it yet, but we did a movie in 1980, 30 years ago.
I'm afraid so. Yes, it was.
With Richard Curtis, the tall guy.
Yes, exactly. It was a sort of a quasi-autobiographical thing about the... In fact, there we are, in which I played a hideous, self-centered comedian, and Jeff played my sidekick, which was the Richard Curtis role, because Richard Curtis and I used to do a show, you know, together the first time that we set out doing our comedy reviews, and it was me and it was Richard. And so Richard then later wrote this movie in which he portrayed this hideous monster of a comedian against, and it was a kind of tricky thing, because obviously one doesn't want to admit that it was in any sense biographical. But it was thought maybe that if I played the role, no one could possibly say, well, of course, that's really Rowan Atkinson. If someone else had played the role, then they would have said that. They would have said, you know who that is. But it was me anyway, so they thought, oh, well, he can't be like that, really.
Yeah, he's just pretending.
He's just pretending. I'm playing this horrible comedian.
Well, listen, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Johnny English Strikes Again. It is out tonight. And these films...
Oh, wow, tonight?
Tonight.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
How wonderful.
And look at that poster. This is the third one, and these films are huge. I mean, they're so successful.
Because they're funny.
Yeah, they do well. I mean, they're fun. I mean, they're very silly, and they're a family comedy, which is a relatively rare thing in this day and age. You have family comedies, but they're normally animation. You know, they're normally animated, and to have live-action family comedies, actually, there aren't a lot of them. Most comedies are more adult.
Yeah, and this one begins with Johnny English. He has retired.
Yes, he's retired. He's a geography teacher in a small school in Lincolnshire. He's not teaching a lot of geography because he's decided to employ and teach his espionage techniques from his past to his pupils. So that's what he's doing, and he's having a whale of a time. And, of course, the children are having a whale of a time as well, because it's fun, you know. You know, being a spy is fun.
It is.
But, yeah, I don't think he's teaching a tremendous amount of geography.
There are just those fantastic set pieces that people love watching you do. The, you know, the energy tablets
Yes.
Which must be... that must be knackering.
It was knackering, actually, yes. It was, yeah, it's a dance sequence in which I display some extreme
I think we've got some
dance moves.
There's some of your moves.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And it's very... and it was very taxing, yes, I have to say. And, you know, it doesn't get less taxing with the advancing years. But I managed to keep it going, and we just did a couple of takes in which I just sort of did the silliest stuff I could.
Yeah. And is it very kind of po-faced, kind of going, that's funny, that's funny? Or do you not laugh? Do you never laugh?
Oh, I do laugh, yes.
That's good. But do you make yourself laugh?
Very, very occasionally that I find what I do funny, but it's almost actually, it's often it's often on stage where it happens the most, when you feel, you know, there's something about stage performance. It's more likely that your performance will run away with itself, you know. Sometimes trying to do a performance or trying to make a moment funny is like trying to push a ball up a hill, and you're trying to get it as high as you can, and then sometimes there's an extraordinary moment when it sort of tips over the other side and runs away from you, and actually you are no longer in charge of the performance, that actually there's something about the moment, it just goes, whoa. And, you know, you've been pushing, you've tried all you can, and you've got it pretty high, and it's fine, but then suddenly it can go beyond, and suddenly you're not in control of your performance. It's rather a strange thing. I think it's only ever happened to me on stage when doing sort of comedy sketches and things on stage, rather than on film, whereas film I find very, very difficult.
Exhausting.
I find it exhausting, and I find it stressful. This constant belief that what you're doing is not as good as it could be, you know. And of course, the problem with film is you can have another go if you've got a director,
were you that
producer.
guy?
I'm afraid so.
Oh,
yeah.
you are that guy. I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
Yeah, I mean, I do stop eventually when I just get bored. It's great to reach the point when you just can't be bothered to do another take, and that's normally when the director goes, oh, goodness, we've reached that point.
Because, Jamie, you are a bad corpse, aren't you? You do a lot of laughing,
Oh,
don't you?
that's all I do. Yes, no. Kevin, I think Kevin Kline hates me for many reasons, mostly because I would ruin great takes that he would do because I would laugh. I have a secret, though. I take a toothpick or a needle or a safety pin, and I hold it between my fingers here below the camera, and I squeeze it really hard till I bleed.
Oh.
But it works.
Yeah, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that.
No.
I laugh. Yeah, I'm an easy laugh.
But,
I never. They very often try and get the sort of blooper tapes together of things like the Blackadder, and they're always looking for the moment when I corpse or when I laugh or when I make a mistake, and there are none. In all the series of Blackadder, there are none of me being remotely amused by anything. It's very sad.
and you know, here you are. You're back as Johnny English
Yes.
in this third movie. What about Mr. Bean now? Have you drawn a line under him? No more Mr. Bean?
You know, I doubt that he will reappear, but you never know. You must never.
The people have spoken.
Yeah, quite quietly. But, you know, you must never say never again. A film, as Jeff mentioned, that I was once in. So you must never say never. But, you know, there does come a point when you feel as though you've done most of what you want to do with him. So.
And because it's not based on language, because it's so physical, Mr. Bean, presumably it's popular everywhere.
Yeah, it is. It has what we might call a global outreach.
So, like, are holidays a misery? Can you go anywhere?
Yeah, I can't go to many places where you're not recognised. And it's the thing I find most tricky is when people don't recognise you particularly, but half recognise you. You know, it's that strange thing where they go. And of course that means they stare. They stare a lot, and they just look. You're sort of feeling, I wish that person wouldn't stare at me. So, you know, I'd rather just, you know, hold up a flag saying yes, yes, it's me. A few years ago, there was I was in a Land Rover parts department near Peterborough, the kind of place you find me on most Saturdays. And we're waiting for car parts. And car parts, guys hang around a lot because, you know, to get a part, the guy has to go half a mile to the back of the warehouse and then come back again, and he brings it back. And he says, this is a left-hand one. Oh, you wanted a right-hand one? Sorry, I'll go. And back he goes, and it takes forever. Anyway, I was standing around with a group of guys, and I could see this guy doing that. And he came up to me after a while, and he said, "Excuse me, has anyone ever told you that you're the absolute spitting image of that Mr. Bean?" And I said, "Well, actually, I am the actor who plays Mr. Bean." And he said, "I bet you wish you were." And there followed this bizarre conversation in which the more I tried to claim that I was the person whom he thought I merely resembled, the less he believed me. But what was funny was how close he thought I was to you know, he said the resemblance is uncanny. Have you ever thought of doing any, you know, look-alike work, like, you know, Stag Nights and Hen Nights? You know, you can go along as Mr. Bean. And I said, no, I haven't. He said, because you can make an absolute fortune. And I could tell after a while I had to bring the conversation to a close because clearly not only was he not believing me, but he was getting quite annoyed, you know, that I was pursuing this line of I am Rowan Atkinson and clearly he thought I was this total arse. Just because I happen to look a bit like Mr. Bean, goes around the country actually claiming to be Mr. Bean. You know, what a
That's nearly it, but before we go, we do have time for a visit to the big red chair. God help us. Hello!
G'day.
Now, what's your name, sir?
Nick.
Nick. And you're from...
From Australia.
From Australia. I never like to guess, because sometimes it's New Zealand and they can take great offence. Which bit of Australia?
From Adelaide.
Adelaide. And do you still live there or you live here now?
I live here now.
Oh, right. What do you do?
I'm an IT project manager.
Off you go with this story.
So I was giving I was giving a best man speech to my at a wedding, and very nervous.
I know. Bless you. It's going very well so far because I was giving could have gone anywhere. So let's be just grateful they went with best man speech at a wedding.
At a wedding.
Okay. We're on your side. We're on your
Yes.
side.
And at the end of the speech, I was giving a toast to the bride and groom, and I actually did a toast to the the groom and his ex-girlfriends. But it gets worse.
Wow.
He gave a toast to the groom and his ex-girlfriend.
Yes. Keep going.
It gets worse.
No, I want to hear how it gets worse.
So there was silence, obviously, and I don't know who it was, but someone gave me a bit of a nudge, and I actually thought that no one heard, so I actually repeated it even louder and more strongly.
I'm going to let him walk because that's genius. You can walk. You can walk.
Rowan has done scenes like that. He's done scenes like that in movies. Haven't you done scenes that post very funny post scenes?
Right, if you'd like to join us on the show and have a go in Big Red Chair, you can contact us via our website. This is their address. That is it for tonight. Please say a huge thank you to, it's true, all of my guests, Jeff Goldblum and Imelda May. That's them. Gary Barlow. Jamie Lee Curtis. And Rowan Atkinson. Join me next week with Korean boy band sensation BTS, actors Jamie Norton and Rosamund Pike, crooner Harry Connick Jr., and comedy legend Whoopi Goldberg. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.